my name is Teresita Blanco and today I'm going to read to you one of my short stories. You can read the complete short story collection in both Amazon and Barnes & Noble. Alright, this one is called The Honorable Thing. For the last 2 years, Camilla and her people have been busy fighting the cloud creatures. The cloud creatures take many forms, but their methods of attack do not alter much. They shoot you from the cloud, and if not careful, you get disintegrated. As far as technology goes, the army has managed to salvage a couple of fallen ships. At least the gun technology has been recreated. With this, the shields can easily be destroyed. During a standard mission, Camilla and her team get noticed. Her party hides behind a rock to avoid enemy fire. It was then when she saw it. A nearby building is rippling. Camilla takes out a spool of string and she ties it to a nearby rock. The string is invisible. Her team follow it by touch, and the moment they pass through the ripples, they appear in a different location. Camilla had read of this strange effect, but she had not seen it. Based on their surroundings, Camilla surmises that they were in a type of school. There were the lockers, and when she looked out the window, she saw the teenagers exercising. To blend in, her people break open a locker and then put on some uniform. The portal back is still rippling. If they cross through the same threshold, they will return to their original location, and they might get intercepted by the cloud creatures. Camilla blinks once, and then she knows someone just passing through the hallway. They note her presence, but say nothing because of the other people next to her. The portal ripples and starts moving. Slowly, the line with the invisible string starts stretching. Camilla fears that it might snap. The portal eventually stops at the official entrance of the school. It then stays there rooted on the spot. It was a wonder why or how it had done so. A couple of hours pass and Camilla goes to lunch with her companions. The cafeteria for being offered there was much better than the grub Camilla was used to. She smiled as she ate a piece of burnt bacon. It had been ages since she had eaten pork. While sitting there roasting, some school officers come and start questioning her mates. After much questioning, her men were told to leave the premises. The soldiers, instead of obeying, the soldiers fled in different directions. Camilla pondered on the best course of action while she sipped on a juice bag. While she was alone, a girl sat beside her. She said, "Here." Camilla received an item. It was an idea of a student who resembled her. The only difference was that Camilla had blue hair and yellow eyes, while the other student had black hair and black eyes. Suspicious, Camilla asked, "Who is this?" The girl answered, "Nobody. She ran away from the campus a few months ago. Nobody has heard of her since then. You can be here in the meantime." "Thank you, I guess. Do you have one for the others?" asked Camilla. "No," said the girl. She added, Who are they to you?" "Just some foot soldiers. Barely know them," said Camilla in earnest. "My name is Tabitha. Pleased to meet you, Jennifer," said Tabitha. "It's Camilla," corrected Camilla. "It is now Jennifer, so you better get used to your new name," said Tabitha. Camilla came to stand by the window. She saw as each one of her men was captured. They were then dragged quietly outside. The moment that they stepped through the portal, they disappeared, much to the bewilderment of the officer. Tabitha, alarmed, asked, "What happened to them?" "Who knows? Maybe they returned to their home planet," said Camilla. "Surely you yes," said Tabitha, laughing. "I don't, but I don't expect you to believe me." After lunch, Camilla went to class and sat on the bench. She looked at the time to catch up with her sleep. When Tabitha awoke her, the pair went to their shared dormitory. When night fell, Camilla followed the invisible stream back to the other side of the portal. She was shocked to know that her entire unit had been killed the moment they had stepped foot outside, on the other side of the portal. Camilla saw the sky rumble as weird light stretched behind the storm clouds. Camilla took the communicator from a dead body before returning to school. When she returned, it was still nighttime. She silently made her way back to her dorm. Tabitha awoke with a start when she saw Camilla there. "Sure," she asked, "where were you?" "Out," said Camilla. "For a whole month?" asked Tabitha. "Seems like it," said Camilla nonchalantly. The months rolled rather slowly for Camilla. For reasons that she didn't understand, there was a time difference between both worlds. The only tie to her old world was the invisible string. The nature and properties of it were unknown. Only the effects had been studied. Even if the gateway closed, as long as she was bounded to the string, she could return home. From time to time, she would communicate with her captain. The words she spoke were heard on the other side, as long as she held the string. While the captain would enter at a slow pace, it seemed to Camilla that she would have to linger in the strange world for longer than she had anticipated. Despite her natural looks, Camilla could still pass for a normal human being. There were some otherworldly oddities that she was forced to mask. One day, Tabitha saw Camilla creating fire with her hands, a gimmick that anyone could do back in her world. To the childlike eyes of Tabitha, it seemed to her that Camilla was a witch. Tabitha, having an affinity for magic, decided to invite Camilla to her magic club. Camilla had nothing better to do till the club monster passed by, so she decided to join them. Camilla had a practical way of thinking. If this so-called magic could be used against the club monster, it was a skill worth acquiring. 2 years passed, and the maidens in the magic club were showing real process. They were still no match for Camilla's natural skills. One day she got a very slow message from her captain. The club monsters are dead. Come home, said their captain. Camilla breathed a sigh of relief. As she was going to her room to pick up her things, she overheard something disturbing. Tabitha and the girls had decided that they wanted to try taking over the world with her measly little magic powers. Camilla smiled silently and she entered the room. She reached into her backpack and she offered Tabitha a sword. Tabitha, confused, asked, "What do you want me to do with this?" "The honorable thing," said Camilla calmly. "I don't," started saying Tabitha. She was unable to finish her sentence because the blade had levitated and passed through her heart. Her peers were killed in a similar fashion. Putting the sword away back in the sheath, Camilla said, "I'm not a big fan of telepathy, but in a pinch it's a subtle and quick enough to get the job done." After concluding her gruesome work, Camilla made her way towards the entrance of the school. When she passed through the gate, the power of the invisible string returned her to her home world. She pondered on the two types of life she had known. The first was dangerous and frightening, the other was boring and soul-crushing. The end.